You will hear a lot of old school tabletop role-playing game gamers say they love realism. They like to apply a lot of realism to their game. But there is an area of realism that I find many of these old school gamers ignoring. Like, hey old school dungeon master, do you know not every merchant or guard has to be the sweetest, nicest people in the world? They all don't have to talk with the same tone. You ever notice that? A game master is really nice to your character with the NPC guard, and then really nice to your character with the NPC merchant. And if you really pay attention, it's just the game master being really nice to you, and it's really hard to tell the difference between the merchant and the guard. Yet, in the real world, is every guard you meet somewhere, are they overly sweet to you? No, some could be, but it doesn't mean everyone you're going to run into is going to behave like that. Hey, every merchant or cashier that you run into, are they going to be overly sweet to you? Or maybe just talk really dry, direct, quick? You're there to purchase an item. That's it. That's all that's happening. You're not going to get this sweet, kind tone coming at you. Hey, maybe the guard is an asshole. Maybe the merchant is an asshole. And what happens if a player has their character give some attitude back and try to argue with the guard? Let it happen. I mean, really, let it happen. What if there's someone who's supposed to help the characters figure out where they need to go to get to the next whatever, treasure, who knows? But you decide that the guy is not the nicest guy in the world. Next thing you know, him and the characters are arguing, and the guy is really upset. That's what you would assume. So what do? Have him take off and not help the characters. Oh, I get it. You might have to improvise something in to solve the problem. But you're a game master. That's your job, so do it. The interaction, the dialogue, the socializing side of what we do with the characters in these games. That can be challenging and complicated if you want it to be, but that adds flavor and makes it more fun if you want it to be. It doesn't mean there won't be guards that are nice and sweet or merchants that are nice and sweet, but don't be afraid, Game Master, to mix it up. You can run into some minor problems where players will think that you're mad or you're giving them the attitude, you the Game Master. First off, make sure it's not your own personal emotion that gets played into what's going on. After that is achieved, you tell your players, hey, if you're getting an attitude from a non-player character in the game, it's not me. I'm not giving you the attitude. I'm not mad at you. If you're confused about something, you can ask me about it, and I'll reassure you that we're completely okay. Anyway, don't just bring realism into the journey or into the dungeon. Bring some realism into the interaction, into the dialogue, into the socializing. Anyway, for now, take care.